In this video, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite movie characters of all time, Michael Corleone. Now, there are thousands of videos that have analyzed this character, and many of them explain what was the turning point when he truly became evil. But in this video, I want to highlight another question, a very interesting aspect about the character. Was Michael Corleone always evil, or did he have evil tendencies all along? I'm talking about the Michael that we meet in Godfather Part 1 in his first scene. Now, this is a Michael who basically hates the family business. He even tells Kay that he's not his father. But was he really telling the truth to her, or was he lying? The Michael that we meet at the beginning of Godfather Part 1 was always very individualistic. He didn't think much about what his family members thought about him. He had his own goals, he had his own ambitions, he knew what was right or what was wrong. He was a bit naive, much like Fredo. He wanted to enlist in the Marines and serve his country because he was thinking that it would do some good. So this Michael is kind-hearted. He's very much like Fredo. He is a bit naive, but he's also very strategic. He's also very methodical. He's also very efficient. He was always very silent. Like I said, very individualistic. He didn't care much about what his family members thought about him. This is the Michael that we initially meet. Now, the qualities that I have explained to you right now, many of these retain later in the movie as well, and in Godfather Part 2 as well. Can you tell which one does not? The kind-hearted, naive Michael is gone. That Michael disappears when his father gets shot, or when maybe Apolloniana gets killed. You can decide which was the event that changed that. But apart from that, can you think about the other qualities? Did it change? He was always very individualistic. That stayed throughout Godfather Part 2 as well. He was always very silent. He did not think much about what his family members thought about him. Now, this is the key one, guys. He always did what he thought was necessary. Now, this enabled Michael to be strong for his family, but this also made him distant from his family members, something Vito never did. So, this part of Michael was always there with him. He was always different from the other brothers. He is the one who will sit in on the table alone while the other family members are having a party. He's the loner kid. He's the loner kid. And I'm not saying that Michael did not like to go out. The Michael that we initially met went out with Kay. He hanged out a lot, but he never drank. He was never a womanizer. He never had any interests apart from doing his duty. What he felt was his duty, whether it was serving his Marines or whether it was becoming the Godfather once Vito got shot. He always took responsibility and did what was necessary. But sometimes, guys, you have to loosen up a bit, like much many of his other brothers. You need to have something in life apart from your duty to keep yourself going. It could be sports, it could be anything. We need something to escape. Michael didn't, I feel, did not have anything. Like, he did not care about what other people thought, which was his downfall in my opinion. Like, he always knew what his enemies thought, but he never knew what his friends thought, or what the people he actually loved thought. This is evident throughout the movie. Michael does not get what love truly is, especially after when Apollonia dies. So again, let me just summarize my thoughts here. Michael was always individualistic. He was always a bit of a loner. He was always silent. He was always methodical. He was always very machinistic, you could say, and that never changed from the moment we met Michael in Godfather Part 1 till the ending of Godfather Part 2. That Michael remained the same. The key thing that was taken away from him was his faith in people and his naivety in believing in people. He never had faith in people. This was evident with his trust issues with Fredo as well. How ultimately even Fredo got killed was because Michael thought that he wasn't reliable anymore. He wasn't ready to give anyone second choices. He wasn't ready to make decisions that were based out of love. He never made any exceptions. He was always very machinistic. So those were my thoughts on Michael Corleone. Again, this was a very informal take on Michael. I'm going to make a lot of videos on the Godfather trilogy because I love those, and there will be video essays as well. But this is not a video essay. This is just something that just came into my mind. I found something very interesting about the character. That some things in Michael always were there, even in the first movie, and I don't think people talk about it much. A character like Michael Corleone can go from being good to very bad very quickly because of these traits that he had. Like everyone dealt with tragedy in that movie, but how Michael dealt with tragedy was very different to everyone because of the facts, because of the characteristics that I've mentioned in this video. So if you agree with me or disagree with me, it's totally fine. Movies are subjective, but do let me know what you thought about my take in the comment section, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Thanks.